How's it going? This is 27th of April 2024 on a Saturday at 3:33 p.m. Yeah, check it out. Just thinking. But that's fun because I was working on that computer. I'm working on both computers. It's awesome. It's the same time. So it's a perfect time to work on both computers. I was a little bit afraid to do it. I don't have that much experience working on both computers at the same time. Oh look, it stopped. So now I can mouse over it to connect it to the CSS. So yeah, because the copy and paste would bleed through, but I figured out a way so that it works, because what I'm copying is just from the URL of the flag, and when it pastes here, it only goes on to the code, so it doesn't pose a danger. But and then when it does, I just copy it off of my notes and put the code back in here, and it takes forever. When I got up this morning, and I slept in really late. When I got up this morning, both computers were just insanely slow, and I was thinking to myself, should I restart both of them? And I guess tomorrow that's what I'll do. Maybe I should. Maybe I should restart this computer to see what happens. Yeah, I think I will. And this one was being slow too, but so basically what I'm doing is, see, this just came. Let's hear it. Let's see if you can add the because now I can't move the window. All right, let's see if you can add the rainbow border to it. So now it's thinking. So so that's what I'm doing on this one. I'm just pasting in, the ones to fix up those, and then I'll go and do it later. But on this computer, I was adding the flags, and there was some kind of problem. I tried to batch edit it. There was like 20 flags or something, or 30 flags that I didn't have, because I guess they're not official flags, and they weren't in my collection. And so now I'm having to find a flag. And I batch edited them, but I guess none of the batch edits work, and then finally I got one to work, but I accidentally did the one that took away the background, so it didn't happen. So anyways, I'm having to collect all the flags, get them on my computer, open them up on Photoshop, move them down to 20 pixels tall, and then link them on to my flags for the population, and then add the link to it, or I'll batch edit on the link to it later. But the computer's really slow, but it's doing it. So boom, there we are. Just added it. Now it added it. Now I can save it. Now I can upload it. Okay, so now what I would do, fill activity complete. Now the thing what I would do is I would look at it on my website to make sure that it went up, but I'm not going to this time. I have to hit yes. They're like, there's already one up there. Are you sure we want to do it? Yes. And then it takes forever for that to come. It's kind of slow, but now it's doing it. So anyways, I would normally check, but I'm not going to this time because I'm doing the video. So I'm just going to close this out. Athanasius against Heathen. It was only 100 pages. And then we're going to do the next one. I'm just doing a demo of how fast or slow the computer may or may not be. So that was Athanasius against Heathen, and now we bring up Athanasius Aryan history. Okay, and then that'll take a while to bring up. So anyway, depending on how many pages it is. See, one reason why it's so slow is because these are books, A lot of these pages, the books are 1,000 pages and stuff, 500 pages, a lot of them. This one was That one was 100 pages, so it popped up quick. So I don't think the computer's really that slow. Or maybe not even that one, because the education page is really big too. So anyway, I oh look, and now it just see because it's 100 pages. It's not that long, but slow. So then I just hit return a few times. Oh here, why don't I do the video, the demo? So then I hit a few times, return a few times. Then you're gonna paste it on. Paste. Oop, it went. It didn't bleed this time. And then I hit get. Oh wow! Look, it already went back to design. That's crazy. Usually it's not this fast. Like normally I wouldn't be doing my vlog and doing the work on the, because I thought it would just be spinning around forever. But I've come across the streak of little books, just 107 pages. Anyway, but I think yesterday the other thing I did was I made the icons for Atlantis, the island, and Exceed 4000. I had the icon for Atlantis, the city, and I thought it was cool. For some reason, I never built the one for the island or the Exceed 4000. So I opened up the island, did a screen capture of it on Google Earth, opened it up on Photoshop and brought it down to icon size. I think it was like 32 pixels. Opened it up on Google Earth, Dreamweaver, and then brought it down to 20. Because I like to have the image bigger than 20 pixels, even though the image is 20 pixels on the internet. Because you double tap and you can bring it up. And my website is designed for that. And, you know, maybe I should have, or maybe later I'll make the images even bigger. You know, once internet gets faster for everybody and computers get faster. And that'd be really cool, because then you could zoom in and it'd be like these little mini web pages within the big web page, you know. And it's cool with the fonts, because the fonts are vectors, so you bring it in and then you can see all the fanciness of the fonts. It's perfect. Well, you can't really see them when they're small. Oh, there's my little rascal. I gave one of my ferrets a shower yesterday. But then and then I built the icon for the Exceed 4000 building, and by opening it up and going to ground level and then just going far enough back till you could see the top and then screen capture. And I have those. If you link on it, it looks at it on Flickr. Maybe I could show it here. And so then, but I had the icon of Atlantis on there, and I was the island, and then I remembered that I designed it for the city that I made, and then not the real Atlantis, because I think I found the real Atlantis after I built the city, and so I wanted to do it on the icon with the real Atlantis, because it looks different. You can see that it's at a different location. So I made a new Google Earth file, because I had to retrace it, because it had to go up to be able to see the city underneath, because to make it all so it's solid, and like 700 meters, or really that much? I don't know. So I had to build that, and then I had to do another screen capture, and I did it actually with the rainbow Atlantis, actually. The actual Atlantis, because before it was just white. But I did the buildings. I turned the actual buildings, the Temple of Poseidon and the Pyramid of Chichen Itza next to it, 100 meters high, and turned them white, so you can see them. It's right in the middle of the island. And so it looks really cool. You can kind of see it. And when you zoom it up really much, I tried to make the image, but it wouldn't open. Tried to open the goddamn image and it wouldn't open because the computer's working really slow. Let's try it again. You want to open up a little bit? Whatever, if you don't want to open, you don't want to open. It was flipping around a bunch. There we are. There it is. Yeah, I'll show all this stuff later. So yeah, I wanted it to look good, and then because maybe even because of those bright from the actual buildings, it creates a kind of, maybe it looks like a center that comes out. So if you look at Atlantis and then you double tap and then you even hit Command plus until it goes to 500, And then I do a screen capture of my icon, which was 32 pixels. This is 20 pixels on the website, the 32 pixels icon that I did a screen capture. So that's the actual icon that I screen captured off my website, off the education page. And so that's Atlantis. And you can see how it looks like a star. Comes up the top. Right? And I think maybe it captured that maybe from the actual buildings. And so that's the actual Atlantis island, what it looked like, actual size, an actual building. Now, the interesting thing about this is that you can actually see the buildings, the two buildings, other buildings, but those two buildings, you can see the first circle and then the outer circle right there. I put my building there because that's where Plato described it to be, but the island, he said, was 500 kilometers by 530 kilometers. That's exactly 550 kilometers if you measure it like that, and that's exactly 530. So the island's the exact location where he said it was, because he says it's just out from Strait of Gibraltar. And then Columbus, when he landed right there, literally right there. Not on that island, but in a little island, right there. So he would have hit smack dab in the middle of the island of Atlantis. And so it's at the exact location. Island's the same width, same height, same size. The city's at this exact location. And so now let's go over to the internet. That would be, no, not there. Yeah, right here. So this is what it looks like when you click it and what it takes you up on Flickr. And that's like zoomed up all the way. But yeah, if you go in, that's the exact location, and that's the city. Screen capture. And then up there is the Exceed 4000 from the sky, with the road around it, and only it didn't capture all of the road. That's why it's rainbow, because it's the Exceed 4000's rainbow. So that's pretty cool, man. I was pretty jazzed about that. And so this is the Exceed 4000. That's what it looks like on Flickr. I think you can zoom in on it. No. Yeah, that's with the Google Earth of it. That's my screen capture of the Google Earth of Exceed 4000 building. So I'm going to do a whole Google Earth thing of that. Yeah. So I made a nuclear bomb explosion above Atlantis too, in a sphere. So you can make stuff up, really big things. Because when they're big, the space is a 1 meter apart. So it's kind of like, yeah, you're not limited from making 3D stuff, hovering in the air and stuff with the Google Earth polygon tool. Yeah, you should see my ROM. That's good too. But yeah, so anyways, I'll do that later. Oh, yeah. See, Athanasius is still. See, remember how I pasted it and then I switched it to try to get to back to the page again? Well, it's still thinking. And Athanasius is only 107 pages, so most of it's pretty quick except for that part of it. But I don't think it's because the computer's slow. It's just, yeah. So so then what I do after is I can batch edit those into becoming orange, and then I'll have to make those pink, and then yeah, I'll have to actually count. I don't have the chapters counted yet on that. So it's a lot of steps, but once you're done, it looks really cool. So anyways, yeah, my back started to hurt on the lower back, like a sharp shooting pain, like a tendon or something right around the lower lumbar got pulled or torn away or something, and just from sitting here. And so I was like, oh man, yeah, maybe that's my cue to go to the store, my daily exercise. So and my mom called me earlier and she's yelling at me, I guess, and then I called her, she didn't answer, and she called me back and she's telling me that I need exercise. So yeah, I'll go to the store. Maybe I'll get a drink because I've been doing so well with this, using both computers and everything. We're almost at the end of April, and this is the first month where I've done the whole loan thing, so maybe I should splurge a little bit. Splurge $2.79 a Rishkis. I think I'm going to. Because yesterday I splurged my 229, but they're having sale right now with CS, so with C4s. C4s, it's totally worth 50 cents more than NOS. NOS is good, but C4 tingles your body. So I can huff a bunch of reefers and watch my C4 and kind of chill out a little bit. Maybe do work on that, as it thinks. But then maybe chill out and drink it, and then get going again for round two. But get these pages. It's coming together. I'm glad that I'm doing both computers. I should keep staying in the habit. Because there's a lot of stuff I can do like this. Because I can do all these, which is 264 countries. No, I mean these, which is like, I don't know, a couple hundred books, and then 264 countries do the same thing over there on those, and then maybe other big countries, but avoid the timeline. So yeah, just keep getting the habit of doing both computers at the same time, and then I don't have to kind of like twiddle my thumbs. My habit is, or my exercise actually is, I send masturbation videos to all my girlfriends on OnlyFans, because that your heart has to go a little bit, right, to get a boner. It's kind of like going up a flight of stairs. There's this this movie I saw, starring Jack Nicholson, and I can't remember what it's about. Old person retirement movie or whatever, and he has a heart attack, but he's like a horn dog or whatever, and he wants to have sex, and so he's like, but can I take Viagra? I guess he had to take Viagra to get a boner. But the guy's like, well, if you can take a Viagra if you can walk up a flight of stairs. So I guess that's the rule. If your heart's strong enough to walk up a flight of stairs, then your heart's strong enough to take Viagra to get a boner. So I guess that means that getting a boner is about like walking up a flight of stairs, which is better than nothing. Anyways, I'm going to ride my bike all the way across the street to the store, and then walk all the way into the store. And it's like almost in the back where I have to go and get the energy drink. So that's pretty cool. So, and then I have to walk upstairs. I live on the second floor, so I have to walk upstairs every day. Except for when I come here with my mom, because then we go up the elevator. Anyways, enough talking. Talk to you tomorrow.